$125,000 truck pulling $1 million worth of horses and a $150,000 trailer I drive.
The ending to Taylor Sheridan's epic western would be like nothing you've ever seen before. And that's a promise from the cast and crew who've worked day and night to make it happen. What's coming up on November 10th? We're here to figure that out. Best finale ever, according to Yellowstone actor. If you're looking for the best finale in television history, look no further than Yellowstone. Ian Bohen, who plays Ryan on the show, has made a bold claim. Taylor Sheridan has created history with the Yellowstone finale. According to Ian, this is it. This is the finale that'll be talked about for years and years to come. Cole Hauser, who plays Rip Wheeler on the show, claimed that the castmates were given the finished script ahead of the filming of the final few episodes of the show. Some of them wanted to know the direction their characters were going to take, and some were just curious to see what happened to John Dutton's character. We'll get to that in a second too. In any case, Cole claimed that everyone knew what was going to happen toward the end. He also claimed that the finale was action-packed, heart-pumping, and insanely wild.
The enforcer, but there was something that was very kind of beautiful that he wrote as far as his love for Beth and the family, for that matter, and John Dutton.
Yeah. He's sweet, he can be soft, but he is the enforcer, and there is an intensity to the way you deliver lines.
Then again, that just describes every other episode of the show. The way the finale would be different, however, is that it won't feature Sheridan's famous cliffhangers. It's almost like every season of the show ends us more confused than ever before. Ultimately, the cliffhanger that hangs on in every season, despite the plot points or storylines, is who will get the Yellowstone Ranch? In the first half of Season 5, we saw Jamie stepping up to the plate, or weaseling his way up and taking the ranch over from John, impeaching him while he was at it. Concurrently, Beth waged war against Jamie, who was not really someone she was particularly fond of anyway. In this way, the cliffhanger we were left with 2 years ago was the most frustrating one. But now the finale is filmed, edited, and we're about to witness something we've never seen before. An actual ending from Taylor Sheridan, or at least that's what everyone's hoping to see. Ian's made a massive claim as far as the finale is concerned, and Cole's backed it up with just how excited he is to see things through. Also, to any Rip Wheeler fans out there, you'll be excited to know that Rip's character does most of the killing in the final few episodes. Meanwhile, Kelly Riley and Luke Grimes claimed that the finale has remained untouched from Sheridan's script since 2018. That's right, they're claiming that the series creator always had a vision for how the show would wrap up. And that's something that Kevin Costner's impromptu exit from the series hasn't changed. Luke claimed that it was weird filming the show without its patriarch, but that didn't really impact the show's quality in the slightest. Meanwhile, Kelly claimed that the show's ending is exactly how it's always planned to be. All this talk has us excited for what's to come. November 10th couldn't come soon enough. But while we wait, let's talk about a few behind-the-scenes secrets and theories on how the show might end. Yellowstone director reveals finale secrets. When Kevin Costner announced his exit from the series, it caught just about everyone by surprise. That would include the script writing team who had worked in overdrive to get the final season up and running. Yes, the final moments of the show, that's the actual ending, has remained the same since 2018 and as Taylor had planned. But the way things wrap up was what sent everyone into a panic. Kevin Costner was the show. Some might disagree, but a majority would agree. The actor left the show before the finale was even slated as the finale. He announced his exit from the Yellowstone family when Taylor was still planning on releasing 2 more seasons. Was it frustrating? You bet it was. And maybe that's why he didn't let Costner back on set when he asked to give John Dutton a proper goodbye. The finale was filmed, and Taylor couldn't rewrite an already rewritten script. Likewise, Paramount couldn't pay everyone twice for work they'd already done, on top of Kevin's $1 million salary. Despite all the reports that have been coming in from the final season, one thing's certain: there's no bad blood between anyone. Kevin's an integral part of the Yellowstone family, and he always will be. According to director Christina Voros, however, he's also a huge part of the finale, even if he won't be starring in it. It might sound confusing, but let's run through this. You cannot replace John Dutton on the show even if you tried. Likewise, you cannot act like he never existed or is on an extended vacation while the Dutton kids fight to the death for the ranch. As such, Christina, who's directed 4 of the 6 final episodes, has claimed that the series ending will include Costner's character in some capacity. This news appeased a lot of eager fans who believed that the show had effectively ended the day Kevin Costner walked away from it. You cannot have Yellowstone without John Dutton, and that's just the way it is. Christina would actually agree with that statement, which is why she's incorporated him in some way in the show's final moments. Is Kevin Costner making a surprise return? If you were to tell a Yellowstone fan from back in 2018 that Kevin Costner would be a possible guest feature in the show's finale, they'd laugh right at you. He was the leading character back then, of course. Why wouldn't he be in the finale? Now, however, everyone's wondering if Christina's statements indicate that Kevin will come back for a few moments to finish what he started. Based on what we know right now, and that includes an interview with Costner, we know that he did try to come back on set, but was told there was no need. So no, this isn't some grand scheme, you're not being bamboozled, and this isn't a red herring for the greatest guest feature in television history. Kevin Costner is actually not going to be a part of the show's finale, which made no sense to some fans, and not just because he left the show, but because of Christina's statements. Would having him there in spirit be enough to give Yellowstone the ending that it deserves? On that note, let's pivot to some of the possible ways the show could end. Cole says some theories got it right. In an interview with Entertainment Tonight, Cole claimed that he'd seen some fan theories that got the finale right on. That means that somewhere in the sea of subreddits, threads, and comments, there's a Yellowstone fan who's got it right. The question is, who? Better yet, which theory makes the most sense? One popular theory is that John Dutton will ultimately lose the Yellowstone ranch, possibly through a government buyout or legal challenges. Throughout the series, he's faced pressure from developers, corporations, and even local tribes who see the land as rightfully theirs. Fans think it's possible that John might be forced into a situation where he either gives up the ranch to save his family or loses it in a brutal fight. This could end the series with a sense of tragedy, showing that despite all his sacrifices, he couldn't hold on to the legacy he spent his life defending. Another theory centers around the idea that the ranch could stay in the family, but at a great personal cost. Some fans believe Casey, John's youngest son, may take over after his father's passing, given his strong moral compass and love for the land. However, this outcome might come with sacrifices, like strained family relationships or losses that weigh heavily on him. Some viewers think that in a twist, Casey could decide to live a simpler life with his wife Monica and leave the ranch, finding peace away from the intense conflicts. The most tragic theory revolves around Rip and Beth. Some fans think Rip, the ranch's loyal right-hand man, might end up sacrificing himself for the Duttons or the ranch, leaving Beth heartbroken. With Beth's fiery personality and desire to protect the family legacy, fans speculate she might take over after John and Rip are gone. However, this would likely mean a darker ending for her character, as she'd inherit both the power and burdens of the ranch, possibly at the cost of her happiness. Some fans believe Jamie could take control of the ranch in the end. As John's adopted son, Jamie has always felt like an outsider, and his complex relationship with the family has led him down dark paths. In this theory, Jamie might betray the Duttons, using his legal skills to claim the ranch for himself. It would be a shocking twist. After all of John's hard work to protect the land, it could end up in the hands of the family member he's struggled to trust. This ending would be a powerful, dramatic end to Jamie's long struggle for acceptance and power. Which theory do you believe?